West Side. I've been building a bridge lately, and to make it look more imperial, I've been adding a lot of banners here, and putting on these really zealous text, prayers, hymns, praise be the emperor. You can make them any which way you like. You can make them big, small. They're all just the same concept. They just snap into place with magnets. So they must have a little metal, a little bit of chain, and then that's it. So let me show you how to make them so you can do them too. Okay, so it's made from a couple of things. The main component being this baby wipe. You can just get any baby wipe out of the supermarket you like. Just make sure they're not embossed or there's no printing on it. First you wash it to get all the alcohol out, and you scrunch it up, make all the water disappear, and then you start tearing at it. So, or not tearing it, start stretching it. So you can see the fibers, that way you know the paint mix will find its way inside the cloth. Okay, let me show you the paint mix. Okay, find yourself an old dropper bottle you don't need anymore. Open it up, put a funnel in there, and then take a little bit of emulsion. I use this tester pot. It's called Deep Earth. Put a couple of drops in there, and I doubled that amount with this one. It's called Sahara, also a tester pot, €2 from the Praxis, both these pots. And then this is $1.90 from Action, just simple PVA wood glue, white glue. I put a large helping of that in here. Maybe this much was paint in total, this was PVA, and the rest is the secret ingredient, and that's coffee. Yeah, just take some old coffee you have left and pour it in there and fill up the bottle until here. Leave some air in there so you can really shake it up. So that's the mix. Let's get it applied. Okay, to apply it, just simply put something on a clean brush. Yeah, and then start massaging it in. But I need 2 hands for this, so I'll continue off cam and then show you the finished result. Okay, so when you've smoothly covered it with the same amount of paint everywhere roughly, then it's time to get yourself a peg and hang it from the washing line, or hang it from another surface that allows you to peg it in place, because this will pretty much stick. Even though it's a non-stick surface, since it's all wet and stuff, it'll stick. It'll dry in about an hour at room temperature, and if you are not as patient as I am, then you can take a hair dryer, maybe make it dry quicker. But like this, it will stick to the baking paper well enough to be hung from the washing line. And once it's dry, you can just peel it off, and you have a nice material to start working with. If you want to have it draped, like with these fringes in it, or creases in it, I should say, like that, then now's the time to cut it while it's still wet, and then bunch it up until you get the lines that you're satisfied with. Like if you're doing a big hanging banner, it would be nice to have like maybe a crease right here, right? Something like that. And leave it to dry like that. Then leave it flat and leave it to dry like that. But if you don't want creases, if you just want a flat piece, then do this. It's also very easy to rip apart right now. So if you want a tattered look at the bottom, and just pull away at it, or take your hobby knife, carve it up. Okay, on to the next step. And then after an hour you have this. I will use this one to make a treasure map with my daughter tomorrow, so I won't be cutting this up. But from a previous one I did, I've gotten these strips. So this was the one I draped, so then you can see it's preformed. You can do the whole dramatic crease thing here. You can cut all these different kinds of size banners from them. You can even make little purity seals by cutting thin strips off of them. And this is what I meant with tethered. You can just pull at them with a hobby knife and it'll look like that. So I'm going to turn this into a banner because I actually need one about half this size. I'll cut it in half and then I'll show you how to put some decorations on there. Okay, so I took a black fine liner and I decided I wanted to cut this flap away, cut the middle piece away, and cut this flap away so I get a more interesting shape. And after I'm done cutting, I'll start decorating some more, show you what I'll do. So you don't have to be too exact, just draw some lines on there. Basic symmetry will be enough. And then I'll show you a cool trick if you suck at doing freehand, or if you want some exact reference, then just put it on your tablet. Wrap your tablet in the cling film first so you don't get any ink on there. And then pick a part, it will shine through. Just pick a part you like best and then copy that. Maybe you want a piece of the wing, or you want a nice chaos symbol or Tau symbol or whatever. Float your boat. You could do something like that. Yeah. So I'll be drawing something on this and then you'll be joining me again for the next step. So I went for a partial Aquila. Put Cadia stance on there because my troops are Cadian. Some little scribbly bibbly, flibbity dibbity, some prayers to the Emperor. Some tirade about how Ursarker Creed is still out there kicking ass, taking names. Right, little trick to make this look more legit, like real text, is that you put a little bit of a red scribbly bibbly right here. But I need two hands, so I'll be blocking the camera for a bit. Right, because your brain sees the C, it assumes that there's also a letter, right? Do the same thing over here. So, did 3 of those. Now from a distance it looks like it's actually text. Okay, so next part, making sure it sticks. Actually have it snap in place, you'll need a little piece of metal. Just clip off a piece of your X-Acto blade. Be careful so it doesn't jump in your eye. Or a piece of chain, like I did. Got this chain from a necklace in the fake jewelry department of the Action. It's a discount store in Holland. You also have it in France and in Germany. This chain is a really good scale for this. And when you go to the discounter store, just bring a few magnets with you. See which ones of the choices you'll have will actually stick, and that saves you a little bit of money. But this dirt cheap, is like a necklace for €1 or less, maybe even 70 cents or something. You get almost a meter of this. Wonderful. So once you have your chain or your piece of metal, clip it to the right length, and then attach it to the banner with power glue or super glue or uber glue, whatever you have handy, and it will bond very well. I'll show you in a bit. Yeah. Okay. So I made the trim red because I thought it would look more epic, and guess what? It does. So you basically put 4 different dots of super glue on there. Waited a bit for it to set, then ran it across the front for some dramatic effect. 2 more dots of super glue there. And then I went on and from a little bit of spare better material I had, I created this purity seal here. I'm going to combine that with that little ball of green stuff there to make an actual seal. So I think it's going to go there. That would look really nice. So let me fix the purity seal and then show you the last and final step. So the green stuff is fixed in place. Use a pen to squat it down, make it flat. So now I'm going to take this little skull right here. Just one of those skulls from the skull kit. I'm going to push that in there to make an indentation, and then it is done. The banner is fixed. Okay, so it will take some time for the seal to set, but once it's dried, you can paint it red or purple or green or something to set off against the colors of the banner. Just fix a little magnet with some green stuff against the side of your terrain piece. You can always make this silver once it's set, so it looks like it's welded on there. Give it a little coat of super glue and it will be just wonderful. See, your banner snaps in place and it hangs there in all the Emperor's glory. Right? So you can use this to make any kind of banner you like. You don't have to leave it at banners. You can also make tents, tarpaulin, stretchers, roofs, anything. Maybe if you use a little bit more glue and a different color brown, then you can even make leather from it. I don't know, man. Just knock yourself out. Have fun with it, and hope you learned something. And as always, leave a like if you liked it. Leave a little bit of hate if you disliked it. Hit subscribe if you want to make me happy. And till next time. Whistle.